Morning everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. Obviously I don't know whether it's morning when you're watching this, but it was morning when I was making it. So, well actually, I did my other hand last night, but I didn't really want to film my left hand last night because I didn't finish the right hand until like 1:30. So this is what we're doing today on my left hand. I've already done this one, as you can see. This glitter is absolutely beautiful. It's just... oh, it's mesmerising, and it looks even better like in daylight. Like I've just been out to the bin and it glistens so well. So basically I'm going to do my left hand the exact same as that one. I'm going to be using these tips here, which are just some cheap Amazon ones. To be fair, I really like them, which is annoying because they're really bad. Like I like them in terms of like shape and everything, and they're brilliant like if you have coffin nails, because you literally just need to cut them down. Like you don't have to actually like shape them as such. I do like file the sides a little bit, but you don't really need to do a lot. They're really good for that, but the sizing of them is awful. Like, let me just show you what I mean. So this is a size 8, and let me show you. So this is what it looks like on me. It's too small, it doesn't reach to both side walls. If I put it to one side wall, as you can see at the side there's a big gap. So moving on to the next size up, this one is one extreme to the other. Now it's overhanging on both sides, and the larger sizes are even worse. Like this is a size 2. I'm just going to show you on reference for my thumb. So this is a size 2. Obviously, as you can see, doesn't reach to each side at all. It's too small. This is a size 1, so literally just one size different, and it's too big. So we've gone from complete one extreme to that, but it's fine. I'm just using I'm using these on myself because they're not very good. Just get them used up instead of using them on clients and having problems. But basically I'm just using the sizes that are slightly too big and just filing them down to the size that I need them to be. That's the way I've decided to do it. So I'm just going to get my file for this pinky nail that I just showed you that's too big, and just file the side walls, but making sure to take off an even amount from both sides. So I'm doing a little bit at a time, not going overboard, because then I usually file them too small and it's a bit of a nightmare. So that is almost perfect. I just need a tiny bit more, but just make sure you do both sides, else you'll end up changing the C curve of it, and if you take more off one side it'll be lopsided and it'll look wonky on your nail. So that is perfect now. So I'm just gonna size up the rest of my nails, stick my tips on off camera, and then we can come back for the shaping. Okay, so nails are on, as you can see. They are a beautiful like shape and length that you could quite easily just wear them like this. I mean, I couldn't easily wear them like this, they're far too long, but I mean, like if you were someone that wore long nails, like they are a beautiful shape and length, so you could quite easily just apply these and be well on your way sort of thing, because they are beautiful. So I'm going to cut them down now. Just get my clippers. So first of all, I'm just going to cut off a couple of times the excess. They are still too long, but I'm doing them too long on purpose, because then once I've filed the side walls and everything, I'll be able to file them to actual, well, no, I'll be able to cut them to actual length when they're all properly shaped. So now I've done that, I'm going to just file the side walls and over the top of the nail. So I'm just going to file down this way, one side, making sure to file as if it was coming out of my natural nail. I'm not taking off like the side of my natural nail at all. That needs to stay there. It's really difficult to file on camera. So I'm just creating like a, as you can see from this hand, it's not quite coffin, but it's not really wide enough to be square either. So it's almost like a bit of a tapered square. So that is what I'm going for again on this hand, of course. So I'm just going to do the side walls of all nails. Make sure before you do it, I'm pushing the skin back from the nail with my file before I go into file, because if there is a bit of glue there and it is stuck, you're going to end up maybe cutting yourself if it's stuck, or you know, it'll just create damage and you don't want to do that. So make sure it's not attached before you go into file. And then once I've done that, I will go over the tops of all the nails to blend it in with the natural nail, just like this. because these do have a well, so typically you will need to file the tips to blend in when they have a well. And then once I've done that, we can get on to, I'm just going to cut them down to the length I actually want, just compare them with the other hand, and then we can get on to application of the acrylic. Okay, so they're all cut to shape. I'm just going to remove the dust from my hand and obviously off my nails. I'm just going to apply some primer. Because I use Tia's Beauty acrylic, it is Tia's Beauty primer that I use, because obviously that primer is made to go with this system. There is an acid-free and acid primer that you can get from Tia's Beauty. I do have both because it is obviously dependent on the nails on which ones you'd need. I've missed a bit of skin there with my nippers, so I'm just going to grab that before I start. So this, like I said at the start, this set is super easy. I can't clearly do two things at once because I couldn't get that while I was talking, which is bizarre. But there we go. So this set is super easy. Let me just put my primer away before I spill everywhere. So I'm using two different glitters. They've got the lids off at the moment, so I need to be careful. But I'm using this one, which is Phoenix, and it is a beautiful iridescent glitter, as you can see. But it looks a bit darker on my nail because underneath I'm using one of the hollow dusts. And this is the pink one. So as you can see, they are two very different glitters, but because Phoenix is an iridescent glitter, you can get away with using different sorts of colours because obviously the iridescentness of the glitter will sort of just blend in with any colour really. So I'm just going to get rid of everything I don't need. So I'm using, like, for the pink area of these nails, I'm trying to cover up like the underneath and like the glass area of my table because my camera doesn't like it. But yeah, for this pink area here, I'm using Rose Acrylic from Tia's Beauty. It is a beautiful pale pinky colour. It's really nice for like natural ombres as well. And then I've got my glitters here in their lids, so they're easy to access. And then I've also got a clear acrylic, which is actually not Tia's Beauty, but if it was, like if I was doing a client, then it would be Tia's Beauty. It's just the fact that because it's my own, I will mix and match brands, but usually with clients I'd keep it all similar. And to be fair, the only reason really I'm not using the Tia's Beauty Clear is because I've run out. So I'm waiting, well, I was waiting for something to come in stock to place an order, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and do it soon instead. But anyway, let's get going. So I'm just going to start off on the nails that are having some pink area on them. So that is this one, and this one. And what I'm going to do is just place that pink down and get it there like ready for me to create the design sort of thing. So I'm just going to place some, not quite at the cuticle yet. I like to do that one last. And I'm just pushing the product to both sides of the nail. It is quite cold in my room at the moment. I haven't got the heater on or anything because it is due to be warm today. So I don't really want to bother putting the heating on when it's due to, like, the weather outside is due to pick up anyway. I'm not going to be in here too long. So I'm just blending that down the nail. So you saw how I applied that one. I'm going to apply another one now behind that. Still not quite at the cuticle. There's bits in it because obviously I was using this brush last night to do my right hand, and it's contaminated now with glitter, but I've not bothered to get it out because obviously I'm going to be doing it again now anyway. And then once I've done that one, I'm going to go ahead with my last bead, and this is going to be my cuticle bead. So I'm going to get a really small one. I'm going to drain the liquid out the back, and I'm just going to place that just before the cuticle. And then just very gently just patting that into place. Obviously don't want this area to be really thick, especially because I am going to be encapsulating these nails because of the glitter on the free edge. So I'm just making sure it's nice and smooth and thin, and just how I need it to be. So that is how thin it is from the side, you just about see. So I'm going to leave that one as it is. I'm going to quickly just speed the next bit up because I'm going to do this one and this one as well. Okay, so for the other two nails, we're going to be doing a full glitter nail. So I'm going to apply some clear all over the nail, but just a really thin amount, and I'm not going right up to the cuticle with it. I'm going to really blend it near the cuticle. So we've got some up there, but like a really minuscule amount. Same with the side walls as well. I'm not going to be redesigning this set, so once I am like finished with this design sort of thing, I will just be taking it off completely and starting again. I need to stop doing redesigns on myself because that is where I accidentally file my nail too much, so I'm avoiding them. So I don't need like a really thick clear base because I'm not going to be filing back to it. Well, I wouldn't really need a really thick one anyway, but I mean I don't really need one thick enough for me to be able to file to. So I'm just applying it thick enough to have something there between the glitter and the natural nail. And then once that is down, I'm just going to move on to one of the other nails because I want this to be set before I work on top of it, else it just ends up a big wet mess and it just gets all over the place and it's a nightmare basically. Just making sure that this layer isn't bulky because that will just add to the thickness of the nail, and obviously I don't want that. So on these fade nails, I'm going to go into my clear and then into my dust. I'll show you what it looks like on my brush. And then I'm going to apply that at the free edge. Once I've placed it down, I'm going to get some more of the dust on my brush and pop it on top of the bead. And then I'm going to blend that to both sides of the free edge and then just pull it up. And then once I've got to a certain point, I don't want it to be really thick line, so I'm just going over it and just basically dragging off the excess. And then I'm just gonna sort of blend that in a little bit. It doesn't matter too much about how well blended this bit is because I am obviously going to be putting glitter on the top, so it's not a problem. But I do want to get it as tidy as possible. And then once that is down, I'm going to go ahead and apply Phoenix over the top. So again, into my clear, into the glitter. And then I'm going to apply that at the very tip, like the free edge area. And then I'm going to drag it back. At the moment, I'm sort of just using this to coat where I want the glitter in acrylic, and then I don't need to apply anymore. I can just go straight into my glitter and it will stick to that I've already placed. So we don't have a really thick amount of acrylic on there. So just make sure it's like got a faded effect and there's not a really big thick line down here at the fade area. And then once I'm happy, we can move on to the next nail. I'm not going to film this one because obviously it's the exact same as this, so I'm just going to do that one in the exact way that I've just done this one. Create a fade, and that is it. And then I'm just going to turn my nail on the side and make sure that it's all flat. If there's any bits sticking up or anything, I will just pat them down with my brush. But that is alright, it's all nice and flat anyway. And then I'm just going to leave that one like that. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm just going to place, just picking them up off my paper towel and just getting some bits of glitter and popping them where there isn't any. But I'm happy with that one, so I'm just going to do these two off camera, this one and this one. Okay, so for these two nails, I'm then just going to get my bead of the dust again, and I'm going to place it near the cuticle, but not quite. And I'm just going to drag that over the whole nail. This stuff gets everywhere. But yeah, keep that cuticle area really thin, because obviously we're going to have to apply some of the medium mixed glitter there as well, so we don't want it to be really bulky before we've even capped. So I'm just cleaning up the side wall. Not too bothered about the glitter being there, but I don't want acrylic to build up there. And then again, I'm just going into my glitter. I'm going to start at the free edge and brush it backwards. And then I'm going to do the opposite the whole way down the nail. So I'm going to apply it just before that bead, just before where that bead was placed. Bring it side wall to side wall. And then pull it forwards over the rest of the nail, and then the back area just pull a little bit backwards. And then I'm going to do that again, and I'm just going to keep doing that the exact same way all the way down. Really tiny beads of clear acrylic. We don't want to really build it up in thickness. So just, there we go, and then I'm going to do the bottom one. And this is where you really want to like put more effort into placing the glitter where you need it. You don't want it really thick, but you want the specks to be where you need them to be. So that's fine. Make sure you get them down the side walls, but not lots and lots on top of each other, so they're not really thick. So happy with that. And then I'm going to do this one off camera, and then I'm going to cap, file, and then we can top coat together. So this is what they look like when they've been filed. I'm just going to get a lint-free pad now and wipe over them with acetone to get rid of all the scratches from the filing. I haven't done the filing on camera because, to be quite honest, I just find it nearly impossible. It's a nightmare, and I don't want to be doing this all day. So I'm just going to wipe over now with this, with some acetone on it. Like I said, it just melts the top layer and gets rid of all those scratches from the file, so it'll look nice and smooth under my top coat. So once I've done that, I'm going to get my top coat. I'm using this UV LED gel top coat from Tia's Beauty. This is just for hard products. I only use it on top of like hard enhancements, like hard gels and acrylics and stuff, else it will crack. Not meant to be on soft enhancements. So I'm just popping this over all of them. This is obviously the best part of the whole process, is just seeing that glitter come to life. It's absolutely beautiful, honestly. I love it. I don't know what is wrong with me lately with having pink. Like, I'm really not a pink person at all, but I'm really loving like neutral, you know, this isn't particularly neutral, but I mean like, or just in general, like I'm basically liking a lot more things that I've used to not like. So I highly recommend like having something that you wouldn't usually have, just to see, just to test the waters if your mind has changed on it or not, because you don't know unless you try. Could always use like a peel off base coat at first, just to put like the colour on one nail. See how you feel about it. If you don't like it, peel it off. If you do like it, peel it off and then reapply it to all of them. It's a great way to test out whether you like things or not. But just, this glitter is absolutely beautiful. I've got another one from this, like the iridescent collection from Tia's Beauty. I think it's Sky, and I think that'd look beautiful as well. See, I used to think that holographic glitter was my favourite, but I think I'm moving over to the iridescent side now. Just because it's like, it's obviously a totally different, like, what's it called, effect. And I just think it's really, I don't know, like, it's just really effective. Don't get me wrong, I still love holographic. I don't think you can go wrong with holo, but I do like an iridescent nowadays. And this looks beautiful with that hollow dust underneath, so we've got the best of both. But that's what they look like, so I'm just going to pop them in the lamp to cure, and then we can have a look at the end. So here is the finished result. I've just popped a bit of cuticle oil on because I absolutely need it right now. My hands are so dry, and so my nails are really dehydrated. But yeah, I'm really glad with how they turned, really happy with how they turned out. I'm glad I went with this design. I think they're absolutely beautiful, but just look at that iridescent like shine. And out in the sunlight as well, they look absolutely stunning. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon with another video. Bye.